What's up, YouTube? It's Boston Sport Fan 91 coming at you on Tuesday. So, I know I've been away for a few days. Really, what it is just I got a little bit of comic burnout. Was reading a ton of comics, just taking a little. Hey, don't get me wrong, I still love comics, still collecting comics, still going up to the shop weekly. Just I've slowed down reading them. I will get back into it, but for now, I think everyone that's done the hobby, be it comic books, watching the MCU, DCU, and a lot of wrestling, sometimes you just get a little burnt out, need a little break, and that's where I am on the comics. But I will be back. I am getting to that point where I'm starting to itch to read again. But today we're talking Raw from last night. A good episode overall, pretty entertaining. Let's talk about what I think. I mean, there's two beautiful, great, fantastic stories going over on Raw. I mean, there's more than two, but there's two. I think everyone tunes in to watch, right? So let's start off with Cody and Cena. So I think the biggest disappointment is that next week for the United States viewer, for the next, I think, 3 weeks for the United States viewer, the latest Raw will be on is 3 p.m. That's here on the East Coast. If you're out on the West, it's going to start out at noontime. So that's kind of disappointing. Most of us will not be watching it live, so avoid spoilers online. Keep that in mind for next week. So the Cody promo was good. I was hoping for a little more. I was really hoping to hear the Rock's music here, Madison Square Garden, electrify the crowd, all that. We didn't get it. That was a bit of disappointment, but the promo was good, and I am very, very excited for Cena and Cody, one roof next week. Just wish it wasn't all the way over in Germany or wherever. I think it's Brussels next week, Brussels, Germany. Could totally be wrong about that, but I think that's where it is next Monday. Obviously, Cody is one of the best in the world when it comes to the microphone in his hand. I'm not a huge Cody fan. I find him a little boring, a little fake. I like the heel. I like the bad guy. I don't usually like the face. I like the bad guy. I've been booing Cena for the past 20 years, but now I'm cheering him. Go figure. Everyone else has been cheering him for 20 years, and now they're booing him. So, I pretty much like the heel. Very rarely am I going to go for the face over the heel. There are a few instances. But for the most part, I'm going to go with the heel, and this Cody Cena story is no different. I want to see number 17. I want to see Thugonomics come back. I want it all. Give me heel Cena, and I cannot wait for it. Very, very excited to see what they do with it all this coming Monday, because I really don't know. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. Naomi's going to be behind the attack on Cargill. Just certain things this one with Cena and Cody, I don't have a clue, and I love it. Something that I do think I have a clue about is this Judgment Day story going. And when I say Judgment Day right now, we're just going to focus in on Dom and Finn. Obviously, Dom gets Finn his Intercontinental Championship match with Braun next week. He says he believes in him. He's telling Liv Morgan he believes in Finn. He's telling everyone he believes in Finn. He don't believe in Finn. He knows that Finn's going to lose. He knows Braun's going to win. He knows that losing the breaker is going to break Finn, no pun intended. Finn cannot take a loss for the Intercontinental Championship, especially if it's a clean, fair loss. He's going to lose it. He's going to implode. That, I feel, is like the given. The I don't know part comes is, does this lead him to go back to being the Demon? The past few weeks we've seen the Demon in the background, a case with its face. Last night I did not see it on Raw's episode. That was missing for a reason. So I'm curious if him losing maybe leads him to becoming the Demon again. I don't know if I hope he does. I guess I can't answer that until I see what he does with the Demon. He's come back. He's had some really, really good things with it. He's had some really, really not so good things with it. I do think Dom is being set up to be the next face of Judgment Day and take over and run it for a while. Hope he does, and I cannot wait to see who that new member is. I think the new member is coming. And speaking of new members, Penta. He had joined Raw not that long ago. What has happened to him? He's not on TV. I haven't seen him. I know I saw he was on Main Event, I think, last night before Raw and went live. But why are we not getting him on TV? Very disappointing. He was one of my favorites. I do have a theory on this. I have seen online supposedly that Rey Fenix's brother is leaving AEW, expected to be bound for WWE. So maybe that singles push that Penta was getting is going to be put on pause. And maybe they'll bring it back on TV hard when he teams up with his brother, and they will probably be tag team champions within a month or so of debuting as a team. That's pretty much my guess there. That covers that. Chad Gable coming out as the luchador last night, or was he? That's fun. That's a fun little story. Gable's a pretty entertaining character. And then we'll wrap this video up with how Raw wrapped up. Real quick side note: Rhea Ripley should still be the champion. Don't like Io winning it, but man, Rhea seems to be flip flopping on her character a bit. I just want to see some consistency. You know, 1 week it's one person's fault, 1 week it's all her fault, 1 week, so get some consistency in the character there. Rhea is still my number one favorite. Hope that she finds her way. I don't want to see two triple threat matches at WrestleMania, and I say two, and that's my segue to the next statement. Roman Reigns returns last night. CM Punk, Seth Rollins steel cage match. So this was good. Now, I didn't think the steel cage match itself was all that great. I think if you're going to have a steel cage match, main event, Madison Square Garden, you got to go all out. I just thought it was like a regular good match, but with the steel cage, there's got to be something more, and I just felt like we didn't have that more, if you know what I mean. But where it excelled, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, 50 out of 50, 100 out of 100, was the storytelling aspect of the match. Roman comes back, decimates Rollins. No surprise there. Rollins took him out. He injured him, put him on the shelf, and obviously there's so much history there, we would need another hour and a half to cover all the history. But then he attacks CM Punk, and I have seen people say, why is he attacking CM Punk? They were talking about it on Busted Open Radio. It seems extremely obvious to me. Paul Heyman attended to CM Punk. Paul Heyman took his eye off Roman's balls. Paul Heyman started paying attention to CM Punk. That does not fly with the tribal chief. That does not fly with Roman Reigns. Roman punished Punk in the moment, and I think that sets us up for a huge triple threat match at WrestleMania. Now, what's going to be on the line? I don't know. I don't understand what the chase is going to be for. I understand the beef that they all have with one another. It all makes sense. Is it just going to be a we hate each other kind of fight, three-way fight? I don't know. Much why I don't want to see Rhea, Io, and Bianca in a triple threat. I don't know if I'm loving the idea of Rollins, Reigns, and Punk in a triple threat. Not unless there's a championship on the line or something you're chasing. I know the woman would have the championship. I just don't care for triple threats, I guess. I find that in WWE, most triple threats is one competitor lays on the ground for 20 minutes while two go at it, and then it's just a rotation of that. But as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And most importantly, let me know what you thought of Raw. What are you thinking about Raw? Did I not talk about something that you absolutely loved? What are we not agreeing on? What are we loving together? What are we not loving together? And most importantly, what are you looking forward to next Monday? WWE is on the road. They are overseas, so time changes for us. It's going to be a little bit different. Cannot wait for next week, though. And as always, thank you. I'll talk to you all tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.